There is a lot happening in the world of health. In this new video series, I want to bring to you some of the health stories that I think are important. The series is called Vital Signs, your weekly health report with me, Dr. Sid Warrior. शुरू करते हैं. Let's start with HMPV or Human Metapneumovirus. This is the new virus that is on the block और सब लोग इसी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. ये इतना हॉट टॉपिक बन गया है कि लोग वापस पैंडेमिक और लॉकडाउन की भी बात करते हैं. सो आर वी गोइंग इनटू लॉकडाउन एंड इज दिस रियली दैट सीरियस? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, रिलैक्स. HMPV is like any other respiratory virus जो हमारे lungs में infection कर सकता है. It can cause an infection in people of all ages, लेकिन it is more likely to affect children, old people and people with weak immune systems. यानी कि अगर किसी कारण से तुम्हारा immune system weak हो तो तुम्हें HMPV infection होने का chances ज़्यादा है. Symptoms are very similar to all your other respiratory viruses like cold, कफ, कभी कभी छाती में फुलनेस होना. रेयरली इट कैन ऑल्सो कॉज ब्रोंकाइटिस एंड न्यूमोनिया. ये ऐसे रेस्पिरेटरी वायरसेस विंटर्स में बढ़ जाता है, इसलिए दीज डेज इंडिया इज सीइंग मोर ऑफ दीज इन्फेक्शंस. सो फार देयर आर 8 केसेस रिपोर्टेड इन इंडिया फ्रॉम बैंगलोर, फ्रॉम तमिलनाडु एंड फ्रॉम नागपुर. In fact, the first case was reported in an 8-month-old baby in Bangalore. The health ministry has stated that HMPV is not a new virus in India, that the current systems are well equipped to deal with it and people should not panic. ये वायरस स्प्रेड होता है क्लोज कॉन्टैक्ट से, सिमिलर टू कोविड. यानी अगर तुम्हें सिम्टम्स है तो थोड़ा सोशल आइसोलेशन करना अच्छी बात है, मास्क पहनना इज ऑल्सो अ गुड आइडिया. HMPV का कोई स्पेसिफिक ट्रीटमेंट नहीं होता, ट्रीटमेंट इज सपोर्टिव. बेसिक हेल्थ प्रैक्टिसेस को फॉलो करना चाहिए, जैसे कि हाथ को साफ रखना और मास्क पहनना. इस सिचुएशन में मेरा एडवाइस यही होगा कि अगर आपको सिम्टम्स फील हो रहे हैं तो प्लीज गेट योरसेल्फ चेक्ड आउट, बट डू नॉट पैनिक एंड देयर इज नो रीजन टू टॉक अबाउट लॉकडाउन और क्वारंटीन्स इन दिस केस. People living in Mumbai and Delhi are in danger, and it's not just because of rising cost of living or road traffic. It is actually because of air pollution. जो लोग मुंबई दिल्ली जैसे शहरों में रहते हैं उनके ब्रेन पे जो इम्पैक्ट होता है एयर पोल्यूशन के वजह से, इस बात पे कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है. Everyone talks about how air pollution will affect our lungs or our heart, but studies have shown that air pollution can directly affect the brain. There is more inflammation, there is more oxidative stress, and important areas in the brain like basal ganglia and the cerebral white matter, जिससे हमारा memory और emotions control होते हैं, ये सब areas में damage होता है because of air pollution. और इसका long term risk ये है कि over a period of time, diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson can all increase, and even mental health problems like depression and anxiety have been linked directly to rising air pollution. और ये बात सिर्फ adults की नहीं है. Even children are not spared from the bad effects of air pollution. Pollution के वजह से brain का development slow होता है and children are at more risk of diseases like ADHD, developmental delay and lower IQ. In short, it is time for us to come together and demand cleaner air for the sake of all our health. A new study has shown how the size of the pupil in our eye when we sleep can reveal how the brain stores memories. Researchers found that during a certain stage of sleep, जिसको non-REM sleep कहते हैं, उस stage में pupils contract to their smallest size, and that is when our brain consolidates memory. यानी कि जो भी information brain ने gather किया है उस दिन, that is the stage in sleep when our brain converts that into long-term memory. In other words, that is the time when our brain learns. And during another stage of sleep, when the pupils dilate, that is when our brain brings back old memories and revises them. This cycle of the pupil contracting and relaxing can be an external sign of our brain learning new information. The study was done in mice using brain electrodes and eye tracking, and it reveals to us new information that we didn't know previously. And this is one more step in highlighting how important good sleep is for learning and forming new memories. This is especially important for students. कोई अगर स्टूडेंट सुन रहा हो तो रिमेंबर, स्लीप वेल टू स्टडी बेटर. अगला स्टोरी थोड़ा स्ट्रेंज है. मीट मिस्टर कपिल कुमार, अ 23-year-old man from Meerut who has been going around town on his scooter slapping people. And उसका explanation ये है कि he is depressed and slapping gives him his dopamine kick. अब देखो, I'm all for finding new coping mechanisms for dealing with emotions, and I support innovative ways of bringing joy to life. But let's agree that this is crossing a line too far. Depression is a serious condition, and this is, shall we say, an unconventional mode of coping with it. Couple's journey into slap therapy began after some tough family situations like his father's death and his mother's remarriage. So while we all sympathize with this, there are definitely healthier ways of dealing with emotions, like going to therapy. And while studies have shown that physical activity and social interaction can do wonders to your brain, and technically slapping does tick off both of these things, let's still find activities that lead you to a happier state of mind and not in jail. Remember, if you're feeling down, talk to a friend, reach out to a therapist, find professional help, and you will find solutions to your problem that don't involve physically attacking somebody. Let's leave the slaps to stand-up comedy and the Oscar. Next is a crazy story from Maharashtra. A gentleman named Pandurang Ulpe was declared dead, and his family was taking him to the funeral in an ambulance. And the ambulance hit a speed bump, and suddenly our gentleman's fingers started moving. Talk about a dramatic return. He was rushed back to the hospital where they found that he was alive and, after a while, kicking. Now, the internet has gone crazy with suggestions like installing speed bumps outside every emergency room. Now, while this story is objectively funny, it also highlights the importance of thorough medical checks, and it reminds us that even today, these things can still happen. Are cosmetics affecting puberty in women? The average age of a woman's first period has been reducing over the last 1 century. Around 100 years ago, in the middle of the 19th century, the average age of the first period was around 16.5 years. Today, it is between 8 and 13 years. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, 1 in 5 women are experiencing their first period around the age of 8 years. But what does this have to do with cosmetics? A study has shown that an average American teenage girl has exposure to 17 beauty and health products every day, and this exposes them to harmful substances. Chemicals like parabens and phthalates can act as endocrine disruptors, यानी कि lotions and shampoos जैसे health products में ऐसे chemicals होते हैं जो body के endocrine system यानी हमारे hormones को affect कर सकता है, और ये सारे substances से puberty का age और कम हो सकता है. These chemicals can mimic hormones in our body, so they affect hormone levels and trigger early puberty. And the risk is not just in your children getting early puberty. There is also risk of growth getting affected and risk of other conditions like obesity and heart problems. And there can also be mental health issues like emotional distress, body dysmorphia, low self-esteem, and increased risk of depression and anxiety. So one thing that we can all do as responsible adults and parents is to be more mindful of the products that our children are using and to opt for more safer, non-toxic alternatives whenever possible. It is also very important to educate ourselves and our children on what kind of products should they be using. And like my friend Food Farmer says, read the labels. एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंस इज बिकमिंग अ बिग प्रॉब्लम. इसका मतलब ये है कि जब हमें इन्फेक्शन हो जाए और कोई बैक्टीरिया हमारे बॉडी में चले जाए, हम जो एंटीबायोटिक्स देते हैं, जो दवाई देते हैं बैक्टीरिया को मारने के लिए, वो बैक्टीरिया अब उस दवाई से इम्यून हो चुका है. माने हमारा दवाई देने के बाद भी वो इन्फेक्शन कंटिन्यू रहता है. एंड इसका कारण होता है अननेसेसरी एंटीबायोटिक यूज, या इसे ओवर यूज या अब्यूज भी कह सकते हैं. ओवर द लास्ट 30-40 years वी हैव बीन यूजिंग एंटीबायोटिक्स इनडिस्क्रिमिनेटली, यानी बिना सोचे समझे हम हर एक इन्फेक्शन को, हर एक फीवर को एंटीबायोटिक्स दे देते हैं, और इसका प्रॉब्लम अब महसूस हो रहा है. एंड दिस इज एस्पेशली ट्रू इन चिल्ड्रन. पीडियाट्रिशियंस आर वार्निंग अस दैट ओवर द लास्ट 8 years the number of children getting infected with antibiotic resistant bacteria have gone up by 700%, and this is mainly because every child is being given antibiotics even for viral infections. Now remember that antibiotics do not work against viruses. In children, 80% of fevers are viral well and they resolve naturally. थोड़ा टाइम रुकने से और सपोर्टिव केयर देने से बच्चा अपने आप ठीक हो जाता है. But because both parents and doctors are unwilling to wait even for a day or two, the children end up getting antibiotics and that is what leads to antibiotic resistance. आज की दुनिया में हम सब कुछ immediately चाहते हैं, whether it's Amazon delivery या recovery from illness. But we forget that our body has a natural healing mechanism and not everything needs to be forced or pushed. And giving antibiotics too early can actually toxify our bodies and can do more harm than good. Remember that antibiotics is a precious resource and should be used carefully. We should not let today's medicines become tomorrow's problems. And finally, exciting news for students from across the country. Our government has cleared the one nation, one subscription policy और ये एक game changer होगा students और researchers के लिए. Till now, अगर कोई student को यूरोप या अमेरिका से कोई journal का article पढ़ना हो, so they would have to pay thousands of rupees. यानी एक article के access के लिए हमें 15 to 30,000 rupees देना पड़ रहा था. This is why piracy websites like Sci-Hub had become so popular because we wanted to read quality journals and articles but we couldn't access them. But with this new policy, all that changes. Students and researchers from India will get access to a vast collection of research articles and journals for free. This is a major step in democratizing knowledge. An incredible 6,000 crores has been allocated for this project between 2025 and 2027. This scheme will cover more than 6,000 institutions and will benefit over 1.8 crore students. Imagine having access to more than 13,000 top quality journals like Elsevier and Springer, all through this simple user-friendly digital platform. I'm truly grateful to the government of India for taking this very important step for our students. And that wraps up our first episode of Vital Signs, your weekly health report with me, Dr. Sid Warrior. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आए तो hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know what other health news you would like me to cover, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone, take care, Happy New Year.